A new program is coming to KCU Med here in Joplin, a program that they say is in great demand. I'm Ty Parks, and I'll have that story coming up.
Plus, a Missouri State Representative's town hall tour hits Nevada to talk local and national politics. And students in Joplin and China participate in a study abroad program for cultural education.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Kansas City University in Joplin is trying to help lessen the shortage of a much-needed member of the surgical team. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. The university plans to add a new master's degree program for anesthesiologist assistants. KOAM's Ty Park showed up for class and has that story.
The reason that we're adding it to our list of programs here is because of community need. We were approached by hospitals in the region that are really struggling with a shortage in anesthesia providers right now, and this is a part of the solution to help address that shortage.
An anesthesiologist is assisted by a team that makes up the unit for putting the patient to sleep. KCU Med tells KOAM multiple reasons led to shortages on the units like this.
A lot of it's based on demand. It isn't necessarily less numbers, sometimes it's demand. But it's really important because most hospitals, their operating rooms, their procedure rooms, those are really important service lines for most hospitals, and those require not just the proceduralist or the surgeon, they also require a member of the anesthesia care team to provide the anesthesia for the patient.
Adding more anesthesiologist assistants helps provide more care. The master's degree program will be designed to get students ready for the demands of the surgical room. Strong components will be coursework and field work.
Students that have strong STEM skills, science, technology, and that enjoy taking care of people, there's a lot of physics and math and, like I said, biological science, chemistry involved in the educational process. So it's got to be a student who is willing to put in the time to get that type of education and then be able to accept the responsibility of taking care of other people.
In Joplin, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Program portal opened earlier this year. More than 400 people have applied for that program. Boy, mild temperatures out there. Let's check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney.
We had some much cooler temperatures today. We can thank our rain showers for that. Now, we didn't get a lot of accumulation. You can see out in the Joplin area, only about a quarter of an inch. Now, Pittsburgh, or just south of Pittsburgh, a little isolated area that got up to 2.5 inches of rain. The rest of us stayed beneath an inch of rain. So not a lot of accumulation, though it's not the last rain chance of the week that we're going to see. So we could get some more rain later down the line. Most of these showers are clearing out. Joplin still has a few light sprinkles out there, but we're also seeing some of that clear skies poking back out in 7th and Rangeline. You can see most of the roads have started to become clear. Now those showers do start to fall off the map here in the next 30 minutes to an hour. By this evening, clouds continue to push out of the region. Temperatures dropping down to the mid to even lower 50s. And then for the rest of the week, it's going to feel like fall. I'll have all those details coming up.
All right, catching a few today. Missouri Congressman Mark Alford kicked off a 15-county town hall tour with a stop in Nevada. Inside 54 Cafe, Alford fielded questions on small business support, health care, and government spending. He also touched on national politics, telling the crowd he doesn't agree with everything President Trump says. The president has signaled on Truth Social that Missouri was up next for redistricting after Texas approved a new congressional map.
Staying out of that fight, that is between the president, Governor Kehoe, and the state legislature. We may see some action on that in the coming weeks if there is a special session, but I'll tell you this, no matter where this line is drawn for our district, I will continue to work my butt off for the people I represent, no matter where that line is. If it takes us up into Kansas City, where I used to be a TV anchor there, so be it.
Alford says gatherings like this give him a chance to hear directly from voters and carry their concerns back to Washington. Missouri Southern State University hosted a delegation from Beijing University International Studies University in Hangzhou, China. Over the summer, MSSU students and faculty took part in a study abroad program in Zizhou, learning more about Chinese culture and education. A ceremony was followed by a lunch at the Athletic Center.
It's really nice to go abroad and to understand culture in a different way. You know, they have a very long history, so we were able to tour some very old villages and to see some of the old traditional practices that they still keep doing today, and how maybe they prepare food or how musicians make music and different things like that. So to be able to learn more about a different culture is really broadening of our education.
14 students and 2 faculty members made the trip to China. The partnership began in 2023, and the school hopes to appeal to more degree programs in the future. Big news for a local nonprofit making a difference in the lives of local children. Jasper County CASA just received a $50,000 donation. The gift comes from Wes and Jan Hauser, who first visited the CASA facility nearly a year ago. They say they were so moved by the organization's mission, they decided to give back.
Continue to endow CASA. And with an endowment, CASA will be able to continue for many, many years after we are long gone. And that's the purpose of this donation.
CASA officials say they're grateful and they'll continue to provide essential foster care to the community. Chiefs fans hungry for a return to football season have a new series to check out. KOIM Sports Director Ryan Blank sat down with the voice of the Chiefs to find out more about the Kingdom. That's coming up later in sports. But up first, a taxing situation in Cherokee County.
A tax hearing in Cherokee County brings out a large crowd of concerned citizens. I'm Samantha Walker, and I'll have that story coming up.
These were my great dollars.
Residents in Cherokee County, Kansas can expect to see their property taxes go up. The county's budgeting a $2 million increase in expenditures for 2026 compared to 2025, but that projected number is $700,000 less than 2024. KOIM Samantha Walker was in a packed hearing today where community members voiced their concerns about the rise and the county's spending.
We're just trying to live in peace, you know, because we're 85 years old. And our taxes keep going up.
It was standing room only in the Cherokee County Commission room as the county held a revenue-neutral rate hearing. A revenue-neutral rate is the mill levy that would yield the same amount of property tax revenue as the year prior. A public hearing is required by the state when a governing body hopes to raise revenues in excess of the neutral rate. Some community members say with raising property values and taxes, they're worried how their budgets may be impacted.
Social Security didn't go up that much. I didn't hear that.
The county commission says the increase is necessary for their budget because the county has been dipping into reserves.
This year pretty well caught up with us because of the spending of resources in the past out of equipment reserve.
The hearing allowed community members to voice their concerns and ask questions about rising taxes and spending.
This year a budget went up $500,000. Can they explain some of that?
And officials a chance to explain their reasoning for an increasing budget.
Last year, Sheriff's Office was over budget by almost $500,000. We're basically going neutral at where it is. I'm taking the hit from you as citizens to bring us to where we want to be open to you all.
While some community members say they understand the need for an increase, such as to pay competitive wages.
I mean, there comes a time when to pay them those wages, you know, the only way to do it is to raise our taxes. Nobody likes that. I agree on that 100%.
Others voiced frustration at an increase when things like roads aren't seeing desired improvements.
There's a huge sign that says county maintenance does not cover the road, and it's a nightmare driving down the road. So what are my taxes going for when you keep raising the taxes and there's no maintenance on that road? So, I mean, what am I paying for?
Following the public hearing, the County Commission voted to pass a resolution to raise the revenue-neutral rate. But they're not the only governing body that impacts your taxes. Both county officials and community members point out that these tax hearings aren't just happening at the county level, but that school districts all across the area are holding them as well to discuss raising taxes.
If you look at the increase in the Baxter Springs Schools budget, it's double what the county's doing. So the schools are asking for a lot of money.
Reporting in Cherokee County, Samantha Walker, KOIM News.
Now, if you're interested in attending a school district tax hearing, we have a list of upcoming meetings on our website. You see it there, KOAMnewsnow.com. A little later, a 100-foot structure in Galena, Kansas will mark 100 years of Route 66.
And we have much cooler temperatures in store for us for the week. I'll have those details right after this.
Appliances and more Labor Day.
Temperatures today stayed in the low 70s thanks to our showers and overcast skies. You can see our high, about 253 this afternoon, only got up to 71 degrees, and our low was in the low 60s. We are going to have another cool night tonight because, as you can tell, our high for the day was about 10 to 15 degrees below average and 5 to 15 degrees cooler than what the temperatures were yesterday at this time. So definitely in the southern counties as well. We got very cold today. Now you can see, taking a look downtown Joplin from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex, we do have some sun and clouds poking, or sky poking through those clouds. All the rain showers have now cleared out of the region. We're just going to deal with mostly cloudy skies for the rest of the afternoon tonight. A few light sprinkles might be just right along I-44, but most of us staying dry. Temperatures dropping down to the mid 50s. So we're going to start our Tuesday morning off in the mid 50s to upper 50s, getting to be about 60 degrees by 8 a.m., quickly warming up to the mid 70s by 11 a.m. and we get a lot more sunshine tomorrow than we got today. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 70s to low 80s for our high on Tuesday. About 79, 80 in Joplin, 80, 81 in Baxter Springs, 82 out in Grove and Bonita. The coolest temperature is going to be up there in Iola, Yates Center, up to 76. So it's going to be a little chillier on Tuesday in some areas, but mostly sunny, so it's going to feel amazing. Now temperatures cool back down on Wednesday. Most of us are getting into the low 80s again, but you can see where this line is. We get showers and overcast skies pushing back in by mid-afternoon, and that's going to cool us right back down to the 60s for Thursday most of the day. Now we're getting up to the high again in the low 70s, about 71, 72 on Thursday as well, just because of those rain showers that we're going to see in the morning. So let's look at our future track. By 8 a.m. on Wednesday, like I said, Tuesday, all wonderful, mostly sunny. But by Wednesday, we're going to see some clouds pushing back in by 8 a.m. Isolated showers to scattered showers by early afternoon, so it's about 3:30. You can see just moving into our southwestern counties. And then moving into our central counties is a band of heavier rainfall, only getting about a ½ inch an hour rain. So more moderate showers, a little heavier than what we saw today. All of this starts to push in late Wednesday and into early Thursday morning. Just very heavy rainfall, thunderstorms as well. Non-severe thunderstorms, but thunderstorms nonetheless, getting about an inch to an inch and a half an hour during this window. And again, that's going to be late Wednesday and into mid-morning on Thursday. It clears out very quickly, and then we're left with back to those very light showers and sprinkles by mid-morning, about 10:30, 11 a.m., and then it all clears out by midday on Thursday. So we get a lot of rain showers in the morning. The rest of the afternoon is just going to be chillier, and then we have isolated shower chances for our Labor Day weekend, all clearing out by Monday. So on Labor Day, you actually get to enjoy being out on the lake or the river, whatever you want to do. It's going to be sunny and in the low 80s.
I don't remember a Labor Day weekend with temperatures this pleasant.
Oh yeah, get to enjoy it while you can.
You bet, thanks. Still ahead, the Royals and Cardinals open new series to start the week. We're going to preview their matchups ahead. And as the wait continues for the NFL regular season, Chiefs fans can pass the time with a new series about their favorite team. We'll have that story coming up.
Almost, but not. .com for details.
The NFL preseason has come to a close with the regular season right around the corner. But before the Chiefs take the field week 1 in Sao Paulo against the Chargers, KC fans can pass the time with a new series. ESPN recently released a 6-part series about the Chiefs and last season's quest for a Super Bowl three-peat. I sat down with the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holthus, to talk about the experience and what fans can expect when they watch.
It's kind of a Hard Knocks feel to it. It's the same production crew that did Michael Jordan's Last Dance. And so the quality is amazing and their creativity. And so what I love about the series is that it delves into stories that have not been done in long form. Coach Reed, how amazing he is, and that goes way beyond play calling and wins, and just the human being that he is. Same with Pat and Brittany, and the same with Kels and Taylor. But Chris Jones, we get into that, the incredible heart-rendering story of DeAndre Hopkins and his mom. I mean, there's just so many storylines to this team and to last season, and they did a phenomenal job with it.
For Holtis and the media, they have the opportunity to form personal relationships with the players and coaches throughout the season. And Holtis says that his favorite part of the series is now the fans and the viewers get to see these stars off the field and as people, not just as athletes.
People are seeing it now, what I've seen for 13 years with Kels and 8 years with Pat and 13 years with Coach and 10 years with Chris, is that just what they are, the depth of their character. And it's one of the reasons I say we win for 100 reasons, but that's a huge part of it.
To see my full sit down with the voice of the Chiefs, head over to the KOAM News Now website. The postseason sprint continues for the Royals and Cardinals as they look to make a return to the playoffs. And as another week of action starts, both squads have key opportunities to pick up some wins. After dropping 2 of 3 against the Tigers over the weekend, Royals open a 3-game set in Chicago against the White Sox tonight. Kansas City is 8-2 against the White Sox so far this season and swept Chicago a couple of weeks ago. First pitch coming up at 6:40 with Noah Cameron on the mound for KC. Cardinals also open a series against a division rival tonight, taking on the Pirates at home. St. Louis is coming off a series win over the Rays this past weekend. Now they've also won 4 of their last 6 games. First pitch coming up in about 20 minutes with Michael McGreevy making the start for the Cards. The 30th edition of the Pigskin Preview is live, and you can scan the QR code on your screen, head to KOAMnewsnow.com/pigskin, or download our free KOAM News mobile app to view it. When you're there, you'll see logos for all the teams showcased in the preview, ranging from the high schools in Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma to the junior colleges and universities in our region. You'll see quotes from coaches, schedules, season outlooks, and much more. And as the season starts, you'll find our live scoreboard to keep you updated on the action every Friday night. You'll also find some highlights as we hit the ground running to area games this season. Make sure to check out the Pigskin Preview, but that's it for your sports. We're back with more after this.
Did you get us switched over to shelter?
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. A Pittsburgh man faces multiple felony charges after police say he sexually assaulted a juvenile at a local hotel. Plus, the battle over tariffs could make it more difficult to get overseas mail. And some hands-on flavors light up some taste buds in southeast Kansas at the Little Balkans Days Cooking School. Those stories, a lot more. It's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The past and the future of Route 66 took shape in Galena today. Crews lowered the official Centennial Arch into place over Route 66. The event, certified by the Route 66 Association, comes ahead of 100-year celebration of that historic byway. In the coming months, visitors to Galena can expect a dedication ceremony once the signs and lights are set on the structure. A nice touch for an awful lot of people who visit Route 66. Well, the weather, unbelievably cool out there for this time of year.
We are going to have an amazing week, minus the rain, although we do need the rain. Temperature is in the mid to upper 70s and low 80s all week and weekend long, though we get some hit and miss showers starting Wednesday night and through Thursday.
Thanks for joining us. We're going to see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.